What's up, guys? Neil Orfield here, taking a look at Stokastic's NFL DFS lineup generator for Sunday's Week 2 main slate. While you're coming in, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and hit that notification button so you can get alerts when our shows go live. Now, again, we're going to be looking at the lineup generator here. This is the least expensive product that Stokastic has to offer. It's just $14.95 per week. Fantastic deal. Sometimes it can be hard to know, am I playing a lineup that's too chalky? Am I playing a lineup that's too contrarian? Is this lineup properly balanced? The nice thing with the lineup generator, you know that every single lineup you get here has been run through the Stokastic sims. It has been found to be a plus EV lineup over the long term. So these are all balanced for you. You're going to find the right balance within these lineups. It's a fantastic deal. Again, it's just $14.95 per week, using the link in the description of this video, or if you're on Twitter, in my tweet, you can find the link for the lineup generator. It's a fantastic deal. You should check it out if you haven't already done so. And again, it's just $14.95 per week. And you can play both on DraftKings and FanDuel, includes showdown slates as well. I'm just going to be looking at the main slate here, but I'm going to look at both DraftKings and FanDuel. So I'll start here on DraftKings, and I'm going to let it give me whatever stacks it wants to give me. So you can choose that you just want to do a one-man stack quarterback and a pass catcher. You can do one-man stack with a run back. So quarterback, pass catcher, and then wide receiver, tight end, running back from the opposing team. Quarterback with two pass catchers, or quarterback with two pass catchers with a run back. I'm going to let it just give me whatever it wants to give me. So we're going to get a mix of all of these different stack types by using all stack types here. And I'm also not going to dictate chalky, balance, or contrarian. I'm just going to say all lineups. I'll get a mix of chalky and contrarian lineups here. And I'm just going to look at the first few in full, and then I'll just go through and look at what our exposures look like at the end. So first lineup we have here, we have Stafford with Puka Nacua and Tyler Higbee, and then we have a couple runbacks here with McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel. So big game stack to start here with the Rams and the Niners. We've got James Conner in there, Chris Godwin, Treylon Burks, and then the Texans defense. Looks like a fairly, I guess it's on the chalky end of the spectrum. We've got some really low-owned pieces in this one. So not overly chalky, particularly with the 2% owned Stafford. Looks like a nice lineup. All right, I'm going to save that one. This one a little bit chalkier. So now we've got Tannehill in there with Treylon Burks. Interesting to see. So Tannehill with Treylon Burks, and then the Titans defense. You don't usually see quarterback with defense, but it's telling us that it's okay with this one. This lineup, again, is a plus EV lineup. Looks like we don't have any runbacks from the Chargers on this one. So just single stack with the defense of Tennessee as well, and then no Chargers on the bring back. But we've got McCaffrey and Pollard paying up for a couple running backs. We have Treylon Burks in this one again, kind of interesting. Deebo Samuel in there again. And then we've got Stephon Diggs, Zay Jones, Luke Musgrave in there as well. Let's take a look at the next lineup. Baker Mayfield with Chris Godwin is the stack. Who's Tampa playing this week? Let's see if I can remember. I don't remember who. So interesting. We got the quarterback with the defense once again for the Buccaneers. That is pretty interesting. Oh, they're playing the Bears, and we don't have a Bears run back here. So we got Baker with single stack, and then the defense for the Bucs. We got McCaffrey and James Conner, both looking good. Tutu Atwell in this one. Treylon Burks again, and then Travis Kelce in a smash spot. Tyler Boyd making it to the lineup as well. All right, finally, we found one that does not have Treylon Burks in it. We've got the Bengals double stack here with the OBJ run backs. We got Burrow with T. Higgins and Irv Smith, and then Odell Beckham Jr. on the run back from the Ravens. We got McCaffrey with David Montgomery. CeeDee Lamb is a one-off tough spot there against the Jets defense, but CeeDee Lamb should be get plenty of volume there. And then Adam Troutman in there in the flex. We've got a double tight end lineup. I know some people like to avoid the double tight end. I'm not really afraid of it, particularly when you can get both tight ends for a total of 6,200 here, both in good spots. With Greg Dulcich out for the Broncos, Adam Troutman should have some opportunities. And of course, the Colts defense going up against rookie CJ Stroud and the Texans there. All right, now I'm just going to go through and save and see what my exposures look like after 20 lineups. Looks like we're getting more than 20 here. So we end up with 40 lineups here. All right. So after 40 lineups, we have 38% Deebo Samuel. It looks like we're pretty spread out. Our highest exposed players, we have 38% of Deebo, Montgomery, and Devontae Adams. Don't mind having those particular players, 38% in good spots here. Debo Samuel at just 5.6K looks really nice. Devonta Adams in that matchup with the Bills. And then David Montgomery had heavy usage in week 1. Pretty decent matchup with Seattle in week 2 as well. Got McCaffrey, Godwin. We got Knox and Diggs. Pretty interesting to see that we're getting this much. Dawson Knox was had plenty of usage, was on the field a lot in week 1, as was Dalton Kincaid. Kind of fun to see that the Bills were using both tight ends a good amount in week 1. And then, of course, Stephon Diggs, the stud there. We got Rashad White in the nice matchup with the Bears. All right, pretty spread out here overall. And then our highest exposed, we don't have stack data for this. All right, we've just got the players. All right, now let's take a look at FanDuel as well. And again, I'm doing FanDuel main, doing all stack types, all lineup types. First lineup, we got Patrick Mahomes with Travis Kelce, my favorite stack of the week, I think. And then Isaiah Pacheco in there as well for the Chiefs. We don't have any bring back from the Jaguars, it looks like. We got the Texans defense in there against rookie Anthony Richardson and the Colts. Javonte Williams one off. We got 2 Titans receivers in there. Interesting to see both Hopkins and Treylon Burks with no Chargers coming back from the other side. CeeDee Lamb in there. James Cook in there again. Nice matchup with the Raiders for Cook. Looks like a nice lineup. All right. And this one is on the chalky end of the spectrum. But we've got a pretty low-owned Treylon Burks, Javonte Williams in there as well. Second lineup, Trevor Lawrence with Calvin Ridley. So single stack, no bring back for this one from the Chiefs. We do have 3 Lions in here. That's interesting. We get Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. So the double running back, probably going to be fairly contrarian. Both Gibbs at 5,800 and Montgomery 6,300. Really low priced on FanDuel. Then we also have Amon-Ra St. Brown at 8,100. Got Chris Godwin just 6,300 making it in this lineup. Tyler Higbee at 5,100. Josh Jacobs put up a dud in week 1, but heavy usage. Looks like a nice lineup. All right, this one a little bit more contrarian. We got Mahomes with Kelce again, and now we got Sky Moore after the horrific week 1, but he's just 5,200. Should be potentially pretty involved for the Chiefs. I guess we don't really know that for sure after how poorly he played in week 1, but he's just 4% projected ownership. Certainly looks good there. No Jaguars bringing it back on this one. And we've got Cook and Rashad White. We've got Jamar Chase in there and Rondale Moore, 5,600 Rondale Moore at 1% ownership. Kind of interesting. Didn't play 2 receiver sets in week 1, but you know, he's always a play away from having a big game. And then of course, Gus Edwards, 2% projected ownership, should take on a bigger role with J.K. Dobbins out. Cowboys defense, that is 4,500 playing against Zach Wilson. Great spot for the Cowboys defense. All right, I'm going to go until I see one that looks pretty. If I see one that falls on the right side of the contrarian scale, I'm going to take a look at it. But otherwise, I'm just going to save all these. That one almost makes it there. All right, here we go. A super contrarian lineup. Just want to see what it looks like. So we got Stafford in there with Tyler Higbee, Brandon Ayuk on the run back. We got Tony Pollard in a tough matchup with the Jets defense. Rashad White in a great matchup with the Bears defense. Amon-Ra's in there again. CeeDee Lamb. So we got double Cowboys against the Jets. And then we got, again, Ayuk is in there as the run back. And then Brian Robinson, 6,500, 7% ownership. Giants defense against that Cardinals, the tanking Cardinals. Of course, the players I don't think are tanking. I think it's just the organization itself is tanking. The players are still trying, but the Giants, 5% ownership against that Cardinals defense look pretty good. All right, just want to see what a contrarian lineup looks like here. Now I'm just going to go through and save the rest of these lineups. All right, so I saved 40 lineups once again. Got to 47% David Montgomery. He had the heavier usage in week 1 over Jahmyr Gibbs. Makes sense. He's only 6.3K. Nice spot here. We got a lot of Kelce, a lot of Stephon Diggs, good amount of Tyler Higbee, McCaffrey, Debo. Interesting to see that we got this much Tony Pollard, despite the matchup with the Jets. Mahomes in there, James Cook, a lot of the Cowboys defense, a lot of the Texans defense. All right, I think that is going to do it for this video. Again, you should check out, if you haven't already checked out the lineup generator, it's only going to give you plus EV lineups. And of course, I'm doing this on Saturday. The lineups on Sunday, we're going to have the updated ownership updated. We're going to know who's in, who's out. So things might change. The lineups you're getting on Sunday might be a little bit different than the lineups that I'm getting right now on Saturday. So I would check it out for yourself if you haven't already done so. Again, it's just $14.95 per week. This is our least expensive football product on the market, and it's giving you ready built lineups that have been found to be plus EV in the Stokastic sim. So it's a very cool tool here. Check it out if you haven't done so, and hit the like button on this video if you haven't done so. Helps me out quite a bit. Thanks for watching, guys. Good luck tomorrow.